Hello Octalysis Primers! Today we're going to talk about the power of counting to 3. As you guys know, I have twin daughters. They are at this moment of filming, they're 15 months old. And like a lot of families, counting to 3 is very, very effective. A lot of times I would tell them to do something, they just play all these games, right? They ignore me, they pretend they don't understand, they slowly shrink away, and then they shake their heads. Even just today, this reminded me to make this video. Symphony was holding on to some, like a little massager. I'm like, give that to daddy. And she's like, huh? And she pretends she doesn't know it's on her hands, okay? She's just like looking left and right and looking around and she's holding it. So I said, all right, I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, and she's like, and then she just gave it to me. I'm like, wow, it actually worked. This is strange power. It builds anticipation. If you say, hey, if you don't do it, I'm gonna punish you, then they might not really care, or they might wonder where's that final line. But when you say 1, 2, that's when the final line is there. There's an anticipation, it's happening. It's right there, and there's time to build up motivation, right? Sometimes when you say, do it, they haven't built up motivation. It's like, no. But it's like, it has so much of a build. Like, you don't have to do it now, but you gotta do it when I say 3. It builds them into doing that activity. It's almost kind of why zombie movies are fun to watch. I've been thinking about why that is, and I realize it's because most zombie movie genres, they move slowly. Zombies move very slowly. So they build this anticipation, like, the zombie's right there in your face, and you'd be like, ah! And you start running away, and the zombies are slowly walking behind you. And then, of course, the eventual zombies, and they multiply quickly, so suddenly there's like zombies from that side, moving very slowly. And then you run this way, there's zombies from that side moving very slowly. And that anticipation, that build-up is what drives a lot of emotions and attention. I'm going to move to a second example where counting 3 was interesting, very, very powerful. So I go to church and I also move a lot. So a lot of times when I go to a new area, I try to go visit churches in the area to see if there's ones I like. What's interesting is pretty much every church I go to, they will have this ritual where they'll say, hey, if you're a newcomer, please stand up. By the way, I hate that. I always, I'm just like light touch. I'm just observing. I don't want people to reach out to me. I don't want to like turn people down and feel like a jerk. I just want to quietly observe. I try not to stand up. The ones that said, hey, if you're a newcomer, stand up, almost no one responds. But when the pastor or the administrative person, when they said, all right, I'm going to count to 3. And once I count to 3, if you are a new person who's visiting the church for the first or second times, I would like you to stand up. All right, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, and for some reason, for one reason or another, and I stand up, and other people stand up too. And I think it's for a very similar reason, because based on his rules, I'm supposed to stand up. I'm a newcomer, so I should be standing up. But when he says, all right, stand up, you're new, it's like, I haven't built up enough motivation. I'm kind of resistant. It's kind of a lot of work. I didn't do it the first moment I should, so I already missed the golden period. So now it's awkward if I hesitated for 10 seconds and then I stand up to reveal myself as new. That's all weird, right? But he has built up that anticipation. And so when he says 1, 2, I'm just like, should I get up? Am I gonna get up? That's my cue. I'm supposed to get up. There's a trigger. And it's just like, I spend like 7 seconds as he's explaining all of these rules thinking if I should stand up or not. And because I've thought it for so long, I've built up enough motivation to, stand up. I might as well. The final little application I want to talk about, the power of counting to 3, is when you count to 3, you actually calm yourself. Counting 3 focuses someone's mind and attention. And here we talk about it calms your mind. So there are many practices out there, and this is more in the meditation realm. When something bad happens to you, someone's making you very, very angry, or you feel flustered, it is a good practice to, before you have your knee-jerk reaction response, you're responding with anger or insecurity and rage, you actually just say 1, 2, 3. You take a deep breath. You could probably take 3 deep breaths. You calm yourself down a little bit, and then you react. The power of counting to 3 is not just for building and focusing the mind for someone else, it's also used for yourself. What I would love to see in the comments below is you guys share about if you have applied any examples of using the power of counting to 3 in any situation, whether it's the examples I shared, parenting or whatnot, or it's another example that you have seen or used yourself and how to work out, and we can grow together. So with that said, I will see you guys next time.